is. It's like when you go for a swim and then you come out and you're just covered in sand and you look like you're a chicken schnitzel.
So typical, she has to go for a swim. I went plumb depth and that was enough for me. But she just doesn't feel pain the way I do.
None of us are awake yet, me or the boys.
And unfortunately, when I opened the door, the wind took it from my hand and we now have a broken hinge on the door.
I'm not leaving South Australia without catching some whiting. I'll get there. I thought I'd never catch a barramundi, but I caught one of my own, so yeah, just perseverance, I guess.
Welcome back.
G'day. We're having lunch.
Yeah.
Because we packed up at Burners Beach. We got to Wauraltee. How do we say it?
I don't know. Wauraltee is what I keep saying. I put the R in the wrong spot.
Wauraltee. Anyway, no, bless her heart. Anyway, so we got to Wauraltee and we weren't sure. It's a bit of a goat track to get from, I guess, I don't know what you call it, where the dump point is.
Oh, a toilet. Yeah.
A toilet, whatever it is, and then you go over the dunes onto the beach. We weren't sure where the campground was. The campground, I think we're in it, right?
Yeah, so there's two spots to camp at Wauraltee at the moment. There's the campground, which you book and is $20 a night. And then there's the beach, which is free, which you don't need a permit for, and you just go and camp on. I didn't realise that when I was booking it, and also the beach is what is closing on the 3rd of February. So we're in what we think is the campground right now.
It's more of a car park, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But from the air, there's no obvious campground. There are little spots and breaks in the vegetation on the dune that have already been there, right? So the council's put them in. But they're not obvious. So we're going to go, we've unhitched, we've grabbed some lunch, so we're not going to be hungry.
Yep.
I'm about to put it in drive and we'll drive down to have a look and we'll see what's there. If we find something that's good, we'll come back. Oh, well, Bianca will go out and mine the spot. I'll come back, grab the bush and then run down there with the whole rig.
Yeah.
Or we were going to go out to the beach anyway to have a look.
Yep.
If we find a spot that we like there, we'll go
there.
out into the beach. Because we were just talking then about the weather. The weather's supposed to be a little bit angry.
Yeah, on Wednesday for sure.
Wednesday.
So anyway, so we're going to do a recce mission to see where we're going to camp and check it all out. And yeah, before we do that, it's always a good idea to eat and go to the toilet, because you never know, like we could cross the little sand dune and then be bogged for 4 hours, and being hangry in that situation is not great.
It's a perfect recipe for divorce.
Exactly. So always, whenever like we're going to come to something, it could be completely fine, and it's most likely going to be completely fine. But whenever we come to like an impasse like that, where we're like, oh, should we do this? Should we do that? I'm always like, let's eat first. And then if we're in a situation where it does take us a long time, we're not yelling at each other as much, because we're...
As much. We do it all the time. It's our love language.
Because we're not hungry and I've gone to the toilet and I'm not sitting there going, I need to pee. So that's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
So we've got last night's pork roast leftovers.
Yeah. And I'm not going to eat on camera because I did get in trouble last time. I sat in the car and ate for too long.
How dare you?
Exactly. So anyway, Grant thinks I look like a chipmunk when I'm eating anyway. Let us know if you agree.
Alvin!
Yeah. So anyway, we'll eat and we will see you when we start doing our recognition. Why don't you put your seatbelt on? You're going to finish eating first.
No, we're going to go, aren't we?
No, you're going to finish eating first. You can't drive and eat that. Oh my gosh.
I can.
No, you can't.
Clever.
Alright, we've had our recon mission. This is the council campground, which is nothing special. There is a little bit on the other side of this sand dune where you can probably fit maybe 2 or 3 caravans. And there's a part that's only for, like, you know, rooftop tents and things like that. So we are going to head down onto the beach. It is very firm. It is a little bit like to get down onto the beach. There's a couple of little wombat holes and bits and pieces, but it's not too bad. So yeah, we're just rehitching. Then we will head down to the beach. I am glad that we had lunch before we left because it was probably about 11:30 and now it's like 2. By the time we drove all the beach to have a look, and then we got stopped and we had a very lovely chat with some followers. Thank you. So now we're going to go on the beach. All set up and it's time to go for a swim. It's very, very bright out here. But yeah, let's go for a swim. Now I might come out of the water a bit schnitzeled. It looks like there's a bit of sand turned up. So if you don't know what that is, it's like when you go for a swim and then you come out and you're just covered in sand and you look like you're a chicken schnitzel. Morning. It's early and I knew just woken up. I knew the tides and they're going to get higher, but they were coming up last night and I think it was high tide at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock this morning. I didn't wake up to see what the tides were, but where we parked we're fine. It's about 40 centimetres. So the tide came to here, and there's the Caravan. Yeah, so the tide came up just to there, so it's about 40 centimetres between where we've parked and where the tide came. And apparently today's Monday morning, today's Monday morning, and apparently on Wednesday, the tide's coming up even higher. So you can see other people down the beach. The water would have gone underneath their caravan. So I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but yeah, the water would have gone underneath their caravan, and it is going to get a little bit higher, but I think we will be fine where we've parked. But time will tell. Hello.
None of us are awake yet, me or the boys.
And you're going to go out fishing?
Yeah, I made friends.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get ready. Grant is going to go out fishing with some friends, and they already have their boat off, so which is great because it means we don't have to take ours off. And yeah, we will chat to you later. I just realised I didn't update you, or Grant didn't update you on his little fishing. They went out on the boat, didn't really catch anything, but anyway, it is the next day now, and everybody left yesterday. Like, there is nobody on the beach. So there's one car very up in the distance on one side and 2 cars on the other side, and that's about it. Everybody had moved out, and I think yesterday, because the tides actually came up higher than what they were supposed to, and then last night was supposed to be an even higher tide, but it actually didn't come up anywhere near as high as it did the night before. So I think that just scared everybody, and everybody left, and now we have basically the whole place to ourselves. Not an amazing day. It's very overcast, but it's not windy yet. But doesn't matter to me that much because I'm going to be working inside. But hopefully the sun comes out a little bit later. And right now, I'm going to take these guys for a little walk. Oh my gosh, it's like a bath.
Yeah, so warm, mate.
Oh, it's so warm.
It was a lot cooler this morning, but it's really warm now.
Really warm.
Yeah.
I mean, the wind's cold.
The wind is a bit cool. It's only going to get worse too. About to pick up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's supposed to be, according to the app, about, I don't know, 30 odd knots. See how that goes. And it's going to be onshore. So we won't be here. We'll be out running, driving around.
I was wondering where he was.
Just not delivering the goods once again. I really wish you'd stop filming me like this. It's making me feel bad.
We weren't out there for that long.
No. No, well, the wind's finally dropped and it just looks really, really great out there. The water is beautiful. That's me saying that. The water is really, really pleasant. And it's just, I don't know, I just had like a bit of a meditation thing. I'm not into that, but it was very therapeutic just standing there in the water. It was just good temperature. Just me, myself and I. It's great.
But I mean, you've seen it this morning when I filmed. It was so grey, and you know, I mean, there's grey in the distance, but
enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, it still looks it looks nice. And everybody packed up and left yesterday.
How funny! How funny!
Yeah.
And like everyone was talking about the tide going to be so much higher last night than it was the night before, and everyone was panicking because they were already sort of up here, more or less, and most of their vehicles got wet.
But,
and there was a few hybrid caravans with the single axles that were well and truly in the water, and their wheels were buried.
Yeah.
They sunk badly. So there was a few recovery situations going on down there.
But
the weather wasn't very good, so they packed up and left, which is great because it's
good for us.
yeah.
And the tide didn't even come in anywhere near as much as it was supposed to. But tomorrow, apparently the weather's going to be really terrible.
It's
But-
batten down the hatches.
We'll close up everything and we might go for a drive because it's my day off.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll make the most of it somewhere not near the beach. But yeah, anyway, the sun's out. This is Wauraltee Beach. Wauraltee Beach is a 2-kilometre strip of beautiful coastline located on the western side of the Yorke Peninsula in South Australia. In recent years, campers have flocked here in droves to enjoy the beautiful free beach camping. However, due to its popularity, Wauraltee Beach has become the victim of abuse and neglect. Unfortunately, we witnessed this firsthand. And now authorities have decided to close the beach to camping as of the 3rd of February 2025, indefinitely. The reasons they gave for the closure are disruption to shorebirds, degradation to sand dunes, and a safety risk for families sharing the beach with vehicles. We have thought long and hard about this, and we feel that shutting the gates isn't the answer. Working with the public rather than against them is the way forward. A great case study for this would be Tiwa Beach, Gari or Fraser Island, and even Kalubi Beach, where the council and national parks have managed the natural environment and the human interactions, which help fund the management of these areas, creating an almost symbiotic relationship. Unfortunately, the lack of respect of the minority has brought about this seemingly knee-jerk reaction by the authorities to close the beach to campers, without any immediate signs of management or mitigation, like amenities, camping permits, allocated campsites and ranges to help people be honest and respectful. We hope in the future they reevaluate their stance on this and reopen Wauraltee Beach to campers again, and realise that tourism can benefit the area if done right. However, this closure might be what is needed for the moment, to give the environment a chance to come back, to heal, and possibly help us not to take those places for granted. This could be the great learning experience that we all needed if we let it. This is the first time we've camped here, and it may be the last. Hopefully in the future we will be back here camping again. So yesterday it was real windy all day, and we had gone out and done stuff during the day and then came back and hunkered out in the caravan. And before we went to go to bed last night, I took the dogs out for a wee. And unfortunately, when I opened the door, the wind took it from my hand, and we now have a broken hinge on the door. And usually, well, we have a strap, right? So that strap we have had on the van for like 4 years, and it goes from the door to the top of the door frame so that if the wind does grab it, it doesn't like slam and break the hinges. And that broke last night. That's how strong the wind was. This strap broke and the hinge broke. So now Grant's just trying to fix it. So he's going to reattach the strap at the top of the door. Just gives us a little bit more, security there if the wind does blow. I think this is the first time that a hinge is broken on our door for probably about at least 2.5 years. We probably haven't changed a hinge. And we've been pretty successful, but it was extremely windy yesterday. As you can see, it's a much nicer day today.
I did too good of a job putting this in. It was really hard to get out.
Oh, the screw.
I'm just doing a temporary fix at the moment. I'm going to change this out to something that doesn't perish. It's done pretty good, 4 years.
Yeah.
It saved the door countless times. and it's only just given way now. So
Yeah. I think when we first got the van, obviously it's not a new van when we picked it up, but
hang on.
we had definitely this bottom hinge probably break like 3 times within the first like 6 months of having the van. I think it wasn't put on properly to start with, and then anyway it broke a couple of times and we had to change it like multiple times, and then we haven't had to change it for like well over 3 years, so I think we've done pretty good. We always carry a spare. Do we have more than one spare?
What?
Of the hinge?
That's it there.
Just the one?
Just the one. Alright, so new straps on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. The hinge is on. Seems to be working. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 pot rivets. As far as jobs are concerned on the Caravan, or repair jobs, it's probably the easiest one. It's just annoying. I've got to try and just make a note now to go and see if I can source another spare. I've got extra handles. I think I've got 2 spares of those because they do break, and touch wood, haven't actually broken for pushing 3 years now. So any day this will break, especially in this wind. So anyway, the seas are starting to settle down a little bit. Why am I squinting? I've got sunglasses on my head. It's better? Who would have thought? I'll put the boat in. I think it's supposed to die down pretty soon, the next day or 2. So get out for a day. At least I can say that we put the boat in at Wauraltee while we were camping here. And yeah, it's really, really pretty. It is. Anyway, what's my next job? Editing, I think. So I'll get some videos sorted out, and then I'll get the boat off. Alrighty, so the wind died down again a little bit. I thought I'd come out once again, try my luck. See how we go. I might drop the pots. Got 3 crab pots. And then just using a little bit of chicken giblets that we found at the supermarket. I caught like 12 little sand crabs. I'm not sure, I've never eaten them before. They were really small anyway, so I'll fill more back. So I'm just going, watch the van behind me, green holes, and see if I can fish out of them and see how I go with that. Probably the same story, I reckon. Same old story. It's always the way. You think, oh, I'm just gonna, alright, nothing's happening, I'll go in. Just thought I'd have a bit of a flick with the squid jig, and the smallest squid. Look at that little guy. You're a bit too small for me, so come on, no, let go. I'm trying to let you go and you squirt me with ink, you bastard. Trying to do the right thing. Yeah, it's about the same size as the one that I caught with Brett the other morning. So, oh well, at least they're down there. If I can only If I can only catch squid, then so be it. But I'm dying to catch some whiting. I've never had any luck with whiting. I'm not leaving South Australia without catching some whiting. I'll get there. I thought I'd never catch a barramundi, but I caught one of my own. So, yeah, just perseverance, I guess.
All right, so I've been inside working and Grant disappeared a little while ago. And I thought, where is he? Well, he's out on the boat. It looks like he's coming back in. Fingers crossed. He's been catching and not just feeding. So we'll see.
Hi.
I think you have ink on your face.
Hi.
That's a telltale sign.
Yeah, that bugger got me when I was trying to get him, let him off the line. So anyway, yeah, just a couple of little squid.
Oh yes.
Dinner. That'll do.
That's enough. Yay.
Have you knocked off work?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yes. No.
Yes. I'm on my way back. I'm just having a little 5-minute break. It's okay. Morning. It's you know what time it is? It's time to potentially not catch any fish, but we're gonna go out and try it anyway. I don't know, I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Greg's just getting the boat in the water and we're gonna go have a little explore, fish, and hopefully we bring back the goods.
And the wind picks up. Graceful, so graceful.
I'm hoping I don't get seasick, but also I know immediately as soon as we put the boat back in and we pack it up because we're going to leave tomorrow, it'll just glass out and it will be absolutely perfect. But anyway, so we brought the boat back in, and if you have a look at the water from the shoreline,
Beautiful, isn't it?
right?
But
When you're out there,
not so much. So yesterday, I lost my anchor. I was stupid and didn't check the D-shock hanging the chain to the
anchor.
All of a sudden, I was on the drift. I couldn't work out why, so I pulled it up. Oh, well, that feels a bit light. Anyway, no anchor. So yeah, with this wind, it looks flat now, but when we were out there, we blew offshore in no time, and it run into the drift way too quickly to do any good. And it wasn't that pleasant, was it?
No, not really.
So typical, she has to go for a swim. I went plumb depth, and that was enough for me. But she just doesn't feel pain the way I do. Good thing you put the boat in, eh?
I know.
So you're sitting in the boat on the shore.
Got the rods in.
Got the rods in, fishing from the boat.
Yeah. We were standing up. I just went for a little dip. And then we were just standing there and I'm like, I don't feel like standing up. I'm just going to sit in the boat. And then yeah, it's a bit weird. But.
Weird. I feel like a real fool. I'm sure people are looking at us with no boat going,
what the hell?
Yeah, these peanuts. It's just too windy, but I might just see if we can get a few more nibbles on the line, and if not, we'll go inside and chill out for a bit until the wind drops about lunchtime, eh?
Yeah. to head off the beach. I gotta, you know, do the whole YouTube thing and get up here and film. Make sure we make it. Fingers crossed, we're all good. And just also make sure nobody's coming the other direction, because that's not going to be good either. Went up there like there was nothing.
Yeah, no carrying on, just get up there, just nice and slow.
Tom, if you're watching.
I'll lay the boot into him. Sorry, Tom, we saw your Instagram post and Bianca couldn't resist ripping into you for spinning wheels and stuff. Making a fiasco about the whole thing.
If you're watching, that's how a Ford does it.
Oh, she said it, not me. Sorry, Tom.
Alright, airing up. We are off Wauraltee Beach. This is the first and last time that we will ever camp here. And it was nice, we've enjoyed our beach stay, and it is closing as of the 3rd of February. By the time this video comes out, it probably has already closed. So if you've missed it, unfortunately, sorry. But hopefully it will reopen again in the future. Maybe they'll just do some paid camping sections or something like that, because it is a shame just to close it down completely. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and we have more videos like this to come, so please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.